Bears in Space is up there as one of the stupidest games I've ever played. It's ridiculous, it's silly, and I loved it. Bears in Space is a shooter from Aussie developer Broadside Games, and as a shooter it sticks the landing. It's fast-paced, bullet hell arena shooter action. Double jumps and dashes keep things mobile, while an impressively varied Ratchet & Clank-esque arsenal of weapons mixes the action up, from rocket launchers and shotguns to exploding rubber ducks and silly propeller hats. Its action is by no means as crunchy or polished as the big AAA shooters it's inspired by, but fans of retro arena shooters will find a lot to like. And it's absolutely at its best when it's leaning into big boss fights or throwing out waves of goons and hundreds of projectiles for you to dance around. There's also some satisfying, if slightly grindy progression to work through, with shops offering the ability to improve ammo capacity as well as new weapons to buy. Most guns also have more powerful upgraded versions you can get if you use them enough or if you complete certain challenges. I say it's grindy because within a single playthrough, I couldn't afford to get every gun and got nowhere near upgrading all of them. That could be considered a good thing to encourage multiple playthroughs, and I love that you can go back and revisit any level with whatever arsenal you've unlocked so far. But I just found myself wishing I could have experienced more of the wacky arsenal across its respectably lengthy 13+ hour runtime. Which is what, like 4 Call of Duty campaigns these days? When it comes to the humour, this is a game that loves to rely on references, so how much your funny bone is tickled will likely correlate directly with how many references you get.
Oh dear. Don't open that trapdoor. Oh, Gloverts.
I got most of them, which often left me smiling and chuckling, but if most of them are just flying over your head, the gags might not land.
We are Floppy D! Flop Disket! The flop hit effect! We only really know the one song! So we're just gonna play that one again!
For me though, its strongest moments were when it was being more subtle with its nods to other games, or it was breaking the fourth wall to poke fun at dumb video game tropes. Like for example, the adventure begins on a spaceship and we're almost immediately hit with an alien attack. Then drum beats kick in a clear but subtle homage to Halo's opening act. Then after a short trip through a literal exposition prison, you learn you're spacetronaut Maxwell Adams, who's one mission away from retirement. And then you're promptly fused with a captive bear named Beartana in a hyperspace accident.
About time you woke up, sleepyhead. It's me, Beartana.
Which leaves you stuck in a faraway galaxy, needing to get back to Earth. It's a suitably thin and silly plot that acts as just enough of a vehicle to string together its countless references and silly vignettes. There's a big cast of characters,
Sugar bro.
but most only appear for a scene or two, so Beartana is absolutely the main character, with Maxwell being silent almost the entire game.
What's going on here? Some sort of loser training camp?
Yes, but we also fix TVs.
And at first I admit I found her performance a touch grating, but that damn sassy bear did grow on me.
This spot sucks. We should tell him how we really feel.
It's worth noting that this is made mostly by just 3 guys over the course of 7 years, and you can absolutely feel that for better and for worse. And by that I mean a 3-guy indie studio obviously can't compete with giant studios when it comes to things like insane levels of detail in the graphics and cutscenes, or super polished gameplay that's been user tested to within an inch of its life. But the flip side of that is that you absolutely feel that this has had 7 years of love and hard work poured into it. It's just overflowing with ideas, and beyond the standard shooting, you'll regularly find yourself stumbling over silly minigames and fun secrets that left me checking every corner in case I missed some hidden little gem. And while its visuals may not push the latest tech to its limits, everything has a delightfully bright, cartoony, Looney Tunes-esque feel to it that makes the action easy to read and really pop off the screen. It's clearly been made by passionate people with a love for shooters and games in general, and what it might lack in some areas, it more than makes up for in others with its heart and generosity. And it's also blissfully free of any modern gaming mess. There's just a lengthy campaign with a ton of stuff to shoot. It also ran like butter and didn't crash once on me, which is more than could be said for a lot of modern games. Bears in Space is a great effort from Broadside Games. It's a solid arcade shooter with a generous spirit, a ton of heart, and some delightfully stupid moments. Play.
Security.
Yeah, what?
That man bear, he just stole.
Oh, mate, that's disappointing to hear. Oi, Steve. What? That man bear just tried to steal. Oh, mate, that's disappointing to hear. Oi, Frank.
Yeah?
I hate you, Frank.
Yeah, I suppose they're coming.